Oscar De La Hoya when he fought. A lot of Mexican fighters. Juan Manuel Marquez.
Oh yeah,
Maybe.
Marquez, bro. Yeah.
Bro, when Marquez knocked out Pacquiao, bro, it was like a freaking. It was like a holiday, bro. It was crazy. I remember going to my Filipino homies afterwards.
Oh
Like,
man.
did you watch the fight? And bro almost started crying. I'm like, oh my
Oh
gosh,
yeah.
like you're really passionate about boxing. So I was just like watching that fight. It was like memorable for me. It was like
Classic.
It was crazy.
Yeah, dude. It's Be on the Road podcast. We back after the holidays,
sir.
man. We here, dude.
No, doing good,
Kwame,
eating good.
So, oh
What's
yeah.
up,
What'd you
guys?
eat, man?
Merry
Anyway,
New
we
Year.
gotta talk about the food.
Lots
real
of
quick.
tamales, lots of cake, bro. It was my brother's birthday too. I ate his cake. What
Hell
else? Just a lot of like, we do a lot of carne asadas with my family, so it's just a bunch of like red meat, hot links, chicken, tortillas. So a lot of protein. If you do it right, you could eat pretty healthy with some carne asada. But yeah, what about you, bro? What you put down?
A lot of tamales, dude. Got some pork ones. Got the cheese and the
Okay.
pepper. Some
Nice.
chicken. Yeah, man. Just mostly, I'd say 90% tamales, dog. Just fucking up to
Really?
tamales.
Have you had any dessert tamales before? Tamales?
Yeah, I did last year. What did we? Man, what did we do, dude? I
Pretty
forgot.
good, dude.
Strawberry.
They're like pineapple, strawberry. Those
Yeah.
are good.
That was the first time last year.
I'm like, I
Fire,
can put these
dude.
down, bro. Pineapple ones are really good. If you ever had, if you have the chance to eat some pineapple tamales, bro, try them.
So good, dude. Hey, and tamales are cool because it's like I brought some to work and I didn't have like a plate, but it's already in a fucking like in the little leaf thing, and like you can just use it as a plate. It's like this is
Ready to
like
go.
Mexican food is so like engineered, dog. Like it's like crazy, bro. Like the burrito, like that shit's like on the dude. You can take that shit on the road, bro, and just be the fucking that like tamales.
You know what's
you need a
crazy?
plate,
I was asking my family about burritos, and they're like, it's not even really like a Mexican thing, like burritos. Like it's like I don't know. It's
Oh
weird,
shit!
but
It's Americanized.
but still, like
American shit.
we love burritos, but like it's like kind of a lot of that stuff is Americanized. I didn't realize that until I started traveling, going to Japan, going to like Italy. Like when we went to Italy, bro, they didn't slice their pizza. There was just no cuts.
Oh, it's just one.
Use a fork and knife. You just
Okay.
I walked in a restaurant. These fools are just eating pizza with a fork and knife. I thought I was like in a freaking. I'm like, you guys playing a
What do you
trick on
guys
me, bro?
do?
Like who's eating pizza with a fork and knife? But apparently they do in Australia. They do in other places as well. So there's a lot of stuff
Wow.
that like just in the U.S. that we're not. I mean, just that we do in the U.S. and worldwide is a little different. It's crazy.
It's like the tacos too. Like the stuff that we do to tacos, like they don't do that shit either. Like the fucking crunch wrap and all that shit.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Double
Yeah, it's like,
decker.
oh yeah, like putting
Like,
tomato on their tacos, like bro, just
the paste.
a little salsa, a little onion, a little cilantro, you'd be good to go.
Damn.
You have to make it all crazy, bro. But hey, if you like them, eat them. I'm not hating or
Nah,
anything.
not hating on
Like I was the biggest hater on Taco Bell, bro, for like most of my life.
Wow.
And then I just started going to Taco Bell, and I'm like, bro, some of this stuff is really good. It's affordable. So like some of it tastes like real chicken. I'm like, okay, I kind of mess with Taco Bell. Get a little Baja Blast, a little diet Baja Blast on the side. Come with a little value meal, kind of good to go. But I used to be like, bro, don't go to Taco Bell. It kind of like grossed me out. I'm like, bro, why are you eating at Taco Bell? But I switched up.
Yeah, the deals are crazy at Taco Bell. Good deals. I used to go a lot. I was a teenager in my early 20s. You hit that, you get that box and then the Baja, and you go game, bro. You do some gaming, hanging out with the homies. You can pull up with like $5, dog. You're leaving, you're full. Like this is back in the day, and they're still doing good for the economy, man. Taco Bell, shout out Taco Bell. Shout out to Costco. You're living off Costco for the longest, huh?
Bro, I was struggling. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go to Costco. I'm gonna get lunch. I'm gonna get a drink. I'll get a chicken baked pizza. I'll be good on calories for the day. Just like, bro, Costco saved me. Yeah, bro. So whenever you're in a pinch, bro, holidays, saving up for gifts and stuff, maybe just you can get a whole box of pizza for $10. Maybe
crazy.
you have to call ahead of time. Sometimes it'd be like, oh, you have to wait, but like go to Costco if you have a membership. Boom. And even if you have the gift cards, like say someone gives you a Costco gift card, I think you can still go to the food court. I think don't clock me on that, but I think you could still kind of finesse the way if you don't really have a membership.
Oh yeah, dude. Fucking Subway. Shout out to
Subway,
Subway.
bro.
I
Shout
mean,
out
you got
Subway.
to
Those
get the,
cookies,
the
bro. They
the
should
foot
just sell, they
longs.
should just sell Subway cookies by itself, bro. There'd be its own like shop. I definitely go, bro. Have you had a Subway cookie before?
Yeah, I told them you can run it through that little freaking toaster a little bit, right? I don't. I told them to do
Oh
it
yeah.
once. I don't know if they do it. I was like, "Can you put that in there?" And they threw it in there for like 10 seconds. That shit was good, dog. Man.
Hey,
Those
can you
cookies
run
are
this cookie
bangers,
real
though.
quick? Oh
Yeah,
yeah, bro. They're so good. I never even thought about that. To just like, hey man, just put it in for a few seconds.
they'll
That's a
do
good
it.
idea. If you had like Krispy Kreme donuts too, you throw in the microwave for a few seconds,
Ooh,
game changer, bro. Bro,
dang,
game changer.
I didn't even
Making
think
me kind
about
of
that.
hungry. But yeah, bro,
Yeah.
it's so good. So definitely ate a lot around the holidays, trying to lock in, still train jujitsu, getting some good training in. Just trying to stay on the grind, bro. I feel like this year we were definitely both tested, just with our training consistency. You know, other stuff going on. You know, we got the
Oh yeah.
podcast going on, a bunch of other stuff. You know, and I feel like it's been a little bit more difficult, but you know, still sticking with it. Just like you know, when I first started, I was like, you know, I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna train as much as I can. I want to get good at this thing. And the passion sometimes is not there every day, but you know, just trying to get there, trying to step on the mat. And once you step on the mat, you're like, what move are we learning? Who am I getting paired up with? And you kind of just get into a different state of mind, which I still enjoy. So just trying to stick with the how's training been for you, bro?
Yo, training's been good, and I've been back in the gym. I have the home gym here.
Yeah.
Just like my living situation currently. I had to join a local gym, and which I was excited to do. They got the sauna, they got all the different machines that there's no way I can have all these machines in my garage, and it's cool, especially if you've been lifting a long time. A lot of these machines will help you out. Some of the bench press ones, and some of the, it's cool to get that extra pump. You know what I mean? And then it's like you're in that environment of people that are trying to do the same thing you're doing. So it's like I kind of get hyped up or inspired. You know what I mean? I see like, boom, see some baddie out there just getting it in. I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. I need to fucking work
You
out
have
too.
like a gym rival, bro? Are you one of those
Yeah,
guys that, hey, man? Yeah, bro.
I'm
I feel
working
like
on it, bro. I'm working on it. I'm trying to find one just to like, but everyone's been nice. But yeah, I'm looking for someone to mad dog me and be like, oh, fuck you. And just like, we're just like doing
oh
this is
man.
me doing the lap pull downs. But
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
so I'm back in there and then I'm still training and it's like I see the difference, dude. And I'm still doing I like doing that assault bike with the Tabitha, the interval, getting the heart fucking going. And then yeah, man, I'm feeling really good at the end of the year and I feel like my cardio's gotten a lot better. I've been staying on my same weight that I compete at, and I'm just trying to stay right there. And yeah, man, training's been a lot of fun. And yeah, it was a tough year. And I keep hearing on my algorithm, they're like, oh, I didn't even know it's a year of the snake. It's coming to an end, which is
Did
like
it this year's the
shedding.
year of the snake?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
shedding the
I didn't even know that.
shedding. They shed their skin. I guess you're shedding all the stuff that you don't need this year. So, you know, maybe it's for the best, all the crazy changes we had. I think the next year is the year of the horse, bro. By the way, I
Yep.
believe.
Yep.
So that's like
Yep.
that's crazy, dude. You know,
You're the horse.
horses don't
Horses
stop.
don't stop. No, they
Damn,
don't, bro.
damn. So
Keep
it's gonna be
going.
that's gonna be dope. So excited what's gonna happen, man. It was a lot of cool things, man. Going to Jiu-Jitsu Con and running to all these legends, and it's just like
How long ago was that? That was in August. I felt like that was just like not too long ago, but at the same time, it's like, bro, it's almost 4 months ago, half a year. I feel like the last stretch, bro. I feel like that's what you just said about shedding the skin. There was a lot of skin left. They got stuck and they got ripped off, bro. It's like,
yeah,
damn, bro. Like,
stunk, yeah.
yeah. So hopefully, you know, maybe you guys can relate as well. 2025 was a
Oof.
little tough for some people. You know, especially you guys out there training jujitsu, trying to stay in shape, doing your thing. You know, still show up, still do your thing, and we'll start getting back on the horse, literally back on the year of the horse. So get back on it and stick to the podcast. We missed, I think we only missed like 3-4 episodes this year. Like we've been trying to stay consistent with the weekly episodes, talk about UFC. We're kind of like in a dry spell right now, but I kind of want to talk about just like training in general, of how your training's adapted since you started, what you started working on when you were a white belt and when you're a blue belt. Like what expectations did you like set for yourself? Because I feel like my expectations for myself have definitely changed throughout my jujitsu journey.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, the white belt phase. I was just really just trying to survive, and learn the positions and the names of things. And towards the end, you start getting submissions, and you're like, huh, maybe I'm getting closer to blue. Blue belt is like always just trying to find like what works for me, man. Like what is gonna be my game. And I learned that some things that you want to work at, like you have to spend many months on just trying to like, all right, I want to work on these. I wanted to be like working on Kimoros and stuff. Like I saw the John Donahue instructional, and I just kept watching that, and I was like, damn, I want to be able to do this to somebody. And I just kept practicing and started working, and then I think when stuff is working, when people start asking you how you did that, or you know what I mean. And then it's just like trying to perfect that, and then like um, just trying to find the next thing for me. I'm not really sure like what's the next game I want to play. Like if it's going to be off
Mhm.
my back, or should I keep working on triangles, or like collar chokes or some. I'm just like, to me it's like finding like stuff that's not even trending, just stuff that works for you and stuff that you like. And I know that I'm not going to be some explosive wrestler taking down people, or because I just don't. At my age, I don't want to be slammed. I don't want to be slamming people, because even like if you can, it's just like I know I can get hurt, dude, just doing that shit. So I got to find like what works for me. But looking for the next instructional right now, dog. Seeing which way I want to go. It's kind of hard to say, but I think I'm looking more towards of like getting the back, and doing like rear naked chokes. That Nicky Rod, I know he has one like finding the back, and he had this whole, because I kind of like the way he goes. He doesn't have to be battling someone, standing up all day, slamming people. He does it, but you see this guy will take your
Yeah.
back just like out of nowhere, like a snake. So I think that's what I want to go towards, and
Mhm.
also it works in no gi. So the moves, to be honest with you, the moves I wanted to learn since the beginning, I'm always like, can I do this in no gi? Can I do this in real life? Like you can Kimura someone in real life, you can armbar someone, and then the rear naked choke just seems like a high percentage finish. So I'm like, well, if I can find their back, so I think that's what I'm looking forward to doing, and just locking in and just do that for like 4 months. Like, yeah,
For sure. I think rear naked chokes are just harder to do in the gi
they're
though.
so hard.
Like I try to get rear naked chokes, like I try to like secure it, like I'll have it here. Then it's like it feels like there's a lot of like I feel like in no gi you could get that tight that squeeze real like super
Fast.
tight.
Yeah.
But with the kimono, like they could like pull and then you could kind of break and they won't be super tight. And I feel like that's when the cross collar chokes are so
Mm.
effective. Like I can't even tell you how many times I've been bow and arrowed and I'm like, bro, I would have went out if I didn't tap right there, bro. Like I'm going to sleep. The thing, like if you've never done jujitsu before, like once you get put in a good cross collar choke or a good bow and arrow choke, you don't realize how much trouble you're in if you're like wearing like a sweater or a jacket. Like some of these guys could just put you out just with like two fingers, bro. They'll just boom and you're kind of cooked. So
Damn.
I enjoy doing those things too. Is just rear naked choke, like try to get to the back. But like for me personally, it's just like trying to pass guard. It feels like I feel like sometimes it's like you go against a few people and they just have like a really flexible hips and they're just able to use their feet like arms and they just like put them everywhere and you can't even pass and it gets really frustrating. So I would like to focus more on stuff on like that. But like when I first started, I didn't even know what guard was. Like it's like, okay,
Oh yeah.
your goal is just to pass guard. I'm like, I don't know what that is. Like tell me what that is. Um and a lot of it was kind of like my understanding. I didn't even know what side control was, mounts, like all the stuff that I knew was from the video game, the UFC video game.
UFC.
So I was playing a lot of mini games, trying to like work on like submissions when I was a kid. So I was just like, I know what an arm bar is, I know what a choke is. So just trying to work on those types of things and realizing what works in like a jiu-jitsu scenario and what works in an MMA scenario. I feel like a lot of the stuff that we look for in the gi sometimes is not there, or what you're really not even trying to look for in MMA. Like you try to get to side control in a gi, you get 3 points, right? You go IBJJF, you go to these tournaments, you're awarded with points. You go in a fight, you get in a fight with some one of your uncles or something. I don't know. He pushes you, throws you down. You don't get no points for going on side control. It's like, what do you
Hmm.
do from there? So it's kind of advancing the position into a place where you can either end the fight or you break a arm or you break a limb or something. So that is more of like the things that I try to focus on when I'm in the training room. Like I'm trying to think like, okay, are we gonna just use this as a gi thing, or is it can this work in other areas as well? I feel like it's always important to kind of break down the technique to see if you could have multiple options in one way. Because if you just do jujitsu, say you get played like or you're in a fight or something like that, if you pull guard, like there's not a lot of places where you could pull guard safely and just like be good. Like maybe learning a takedown or two, or trying to figure out how to defend or sprawl. There's so many things you could work on with jiu-jitsu. It's like it still feels so vast. And sometimes it feels like overwhelming at times too. It's like, what am I gonna do? Just focus on wrestling for 2 years? Like what is that gonna do to my knees and stuff? Like those are the
Yeah.
questions I ask myself. Like, well, like down the line, is this like a good investment? So I feel like hopefully we could talk to some guys online to get some advice, because I feel like we could save potentially a lot of people's time if we talk about the stuff and maybe get to find some answers, because there's I feel like there's a lot more questions in jujitsu than answers. What kind of questions came up to you right away, like, bro, is like when you started training jujitsu, like what were you
Mm,
curious about?
well, I was like, damn. Like the first one of the first things I asked was like, damn, am I too old for this? Like, because there was like a lot of younger guys. There's some older, the same age or older guys in the class, and the professor's like, oh no, I started this when I was 30. What did he say? 35 or 34, and he's a black belt now, and he's competed. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. I was like, he's like, I haven't had any major injuries or anything. And I was just like, what? I thought
Mhm.
he was just like lying to me. So
Yeah.
for sure, starting older, it's a concern, especially if you've been lifting weights, you've been athletic, and you're you're kind of like somewhat worn down. But I think it helps you if you were an athlete prior. Um,
Hmm.
you know, but yeah, that was my main concern is, and I think it is a lot of guys' concerns that I've talked to, that they don't want to get into jujitsu because they don't want to get hurt. And I heard it so many times like, oh, I would do it, but I just don't want to get hurt. So, but me, I was like, man, I want to do this so bad. I don't care. I was just like,
Damn.
okay,
Okay.
yeah. I was like, I don't care anymore, dude. Like,
Shit.
but I don't want to get hurt. But I was just like, you know what, fuck it, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
you were just like, worth the risk. It's like skateboarding, right? Like
yeah.
you want to skateboard, you could get hurt, but well, how am I
And I
gonna learn
used
how
to
to
do that
skateboard?
too. I used to jump off like 10 stairs like 20 times in a row. I would never fucking do that. At this age, I wouldn't jump down 4 stairs right now, bro. Like, just without a skateboard. So
Yeah.
that's some see, like, I used to do shit like that, and it's like now I'm like, oh, I don't want to do jujitsu. Yeah, you're right, dude. I was jumping off stairs. My homie's trying to do rails, and like, so yeah, it's just you're doing it for fun. And it's like we have one life, dude. And it's like I didn't want to regret when I turned 55, 60, like.
Exactly.
And my kids asked me, "Did you ever do anything like besides basketball?" Oh, I almost did jujitsu, but I did. I don't want to get hurt. Like, that's lame, bro. Like, so it's just like, well, what else are you gonna do with your time? And it's like, and if you put your kids in it and you're not doing it, it's like that's kind of lame too. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing with your
I
time?
I don't know. Like when I see parents like bringing their kids and they don't train, it's like why wouldn't you? Like you have a opportunity to have like an extra bonding
Hmm.
experience. You get to spend more time with your kids. You can have like a subject that you guys both enjoy doing. It's
Dude,
like, bro,
yeah.
just get on the mat. Like, unless they're just like scared to get hurt, they don't have time. And I feel like, we hear all these things, especially when it comes to the gym and trying to. If you really want to do it, you'll do it. Like, I really wanted to do jujitsu, and I knew that it was like a bunch of people just want to like choke you out and submit you. I'm like, all right, well, I want to do it. I want to learn. Like, that's something I was really wanting to do. And if I didn't want to do it, I wouldn't have started. So, I don't know where that desire comes from, because I feel like I had it with a couple other things. I had it with skateboarding, I had it with like making beats. What else that I really want to do? But I never like wanted. I never committed to something because I didn't think I was gonna be good. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what? That was like something I'm like, bro, I don't even know
Okay.
if I want to do this because I don't think I'm gonna be good. Um, but I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna see where it goes. And that's what was like most of this with YouTube, with jujitsu. It's like I didn't start it because I didn't think I was gonna be good enough to do it. And then the more that I do it, it's like the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. It doesn't really matter what you do as long as you do it and do it, search for improvement and like look at what you do wrong. You're able to kind of make those improvements, and who knows, you might have like a fifth gear you don't even know you have. And it's like you keep on working, keep on doing technique. And but so far I'm really enjoying the process. But yeah, have your kids, if you're doing it, if you have your kids do it, just do a trial class at least, say at least, oh, I tried it, I didn't like it. That's just my, if I was a
That's true.
jiu-jitsu salesman, that's what I would say. Like, do a
That's
trial
true.
class.
Yeah, I had some friends that tried it and they're just like they couldn't handle it. They're like, oh, these sweaty guys jumping on me or whatever. They got
Mhm.
they get claustrophobic and it's like, all right,
It is true.
understood.
That is
It's
true
true.
though.
It
Yeah.
is. It is crazy when some 300-pound dude named Big Willie fucking sitting on you, big ass belly, and you can't fucking move or breathe. Yeah, I can see why you don't want to come back. But me, I'm like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find out how to get out. How can I roll this fucker? Like, what if this happens in real life?
True.
That's how I'd be thinking. But you know what's crazy? If you're the worst person in your class, you're still beating up. You're still getting these other guys that don't even train. You're still getting the dad
Exactly.
that's just eating chips, watching the fucking Bears and the Niners game, talking about they should have ran it or some bullshit. You're still whooping that fool. All of those guys, right? So it's
That's
like,
crazy. Yeah, I
isn't that
mean, yeah, as
crazy?
long as he has no experience, you're
Yeah.
you're
As long
chilling.
as he's not a
Yeah, you
Navy
know what I
SEAL
mean?
or whatever, but you know,
Jocko Jocko Willing. But yeah, yeah, yeah. No, for
but you know
sure,
what I
for
mean?
sure.
Like
Like
people that don't do anything, and
exactly.
it's like
Hmm.
it's crazy, bro. It's like we can line up like a lot of these motherfuckers that don't train, dude, and it's like you feel like, oh, I'm getting beat up every day, but the new guy comes in, you just do whatever you want to this guy, and you're just like, that's what you're gonna do with most people out here, dog. Like, you know, so it's a cool skill to have, it's just like that nobody will know that you have, unless you have like cauliflower ears or something. But if people see you, they probably won't know. Like, hey, this fool's fucking blue belt.
Unless you talk about it all the time.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like it's definitely a conversation starter or something. Oh yeah, just like, oh, or someone usually like brings it up like, oh, you train jujitsu, like what is that? Karate is like, what is, it always comes up, especially like around family. Like, oh, you do jujitsu. You kind of, if you train it long enough, you'll be known as the jujitsu guy, and then you can't really escape it. But
you can't.
that is a good skill to have. It is a good skill to have. I would recommend it to everybody to at least try it. Some skills that I wish I kind of like had more time in was just like striking, like doing a striking class, seeing when that would be like. No, that's a little bit more intense. You get hit in the head, you start leaking a little bit. You get hit a little too hard, and it's like, man, I don't know if this is even worth it. Now that's up for debate, because that you could get brain injuries and stuff like that. But I feel like self defense, you got to have at least something, just so you can have something to, have a little bit more confidence. Because the more I start training, the more confidence I have in just like myself. Like I notice like I'll have more confidence walking into places. Not even like in an arrogant way, but just like in a way where I like, I feel comfortable in my body. I
Yeah,
feel comfortable like I could do something if I needed to. Not like I want to, but if I needed to, I'll
yeah.
have it.
I'll give you a situation like, dude, like at the club, bro, or at a bar, it's packed. Like you don't really like you're like right here, bro. Like you can't really, you can't really. There's no room to really
Overextension.
just like. So we're this close, and like a jujitsu guy, if they grab you, that's it, bro. Like unless you know how to like sprawl or like go reversal, like you're pretty much cooked, bro. Like a jujitsu guy that's been training for a year, two
That and
years,
wrestlers.
and
You
you're
could
you're
tell. You could
so
just tell
done.
who, bro. You could tell
Yeah,
if they're a wrestler, bro. It's like just pack it up, bro. Just buy that
you're
full
done.
drink and just head out
Yeah,
there.
I'm done too. Like as soon as they grab,
Yeah,
dude, they grab your leg. Like as soon as they just
their
grab your
strength is
leg,
just different, bro.
yeah,
You
it's
roll with
over.
someone and you're like, oh, this guy wrestled. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
They got something I don't even know. Like what I don't know what goes on in those training rooms, but like something they just they have this extra, like you could tell they got some more strength, and they're able to kind of like control the aggression into a way where it doesn't even like, you know, it doesn't even feel
dude,
too crazy. It's like they know
getting
what they're
dumped.
doing.
I saw a guy get dumped, a single leg,
Uh
and in the street. Oh, so watching some videos on Instagram, I was like, it was over for that guy. He just picked him up, single legged them, but he was just the wrestler's just an asshole with
Oh,
it. You could have just swing him down with one leg, but he like
yeah.
picked him up and then he just like dumped him like DC or something, like just unnecessarily dumped him, and the guy was fucking done, bro. Like he hit his head, he was out, bro. So I was just
You
like,
could kill someone legit,
yeah,
like especially when they have all the force, all the gravity. Like, say, like most people when they get in fights and they get knocked out, usually it's the when their head touches the concrete or the pavement. That's usually when all the damage kind of happens because they're just like, they fall
yeah,
down. That's
like
terrible.
the guy was trying to walk away, but then the other dude wanted to fight, and then the wrestler dude's like, he was walking away, and he's like, the other guy's like, come on, and he like said, all right, scrap. He
Mm,
literally just he went down. It wasn't even fast, bro. He just went down, grabbed his leg,
mhm.
and the guy was like in the air trying to swing on him, and then he's like, oh, boom. So that's the only thing. You dump someone on their head like that, and if they die, you can go to jail, bro.
You go to jail. Yeah, you go to
So
jail. So you gotta be careful, especially if you're in a public. Like I remember seeing the Instagram video. This guy Yano, he's like in the Visalia area. Like he was defending his like home from like a burglar, and he trains
damn,
jujitsu all the time. And he put this dude in like a body lock with a rear naked choke.
what the
It was like
hell?
kind of punching him at the same time. He's like, bro,
Holy shit,
the cops were
that's
coming. This fool's like
crazy.
his like pants were down. Like it was all bad, bro. It was like terrible situation for this dude. This fool has him in it. I was just like, what do you do in that situation? Do you like just hold him there? Do you hold like if someone's like robbing your house, do you just hold them in a sub, or you put them out? And then it's like they're gonna wake back up. But it's just I don't even know what the legal situation is,
Yeah, right.
especially if
Yeah,
like it's like I don't know if it's in your property or outside your property. I have no idea how the laws work and then stuff like that. It's like I don't know. What do you do? Like you could defend yourself, but
yeah,
I don't know. You just I don't know. I don't
yeah.
even know what
You
the
gotta
answer
just
is right
defend
there.
yourself. Yeah, I mean, if he's gonna kill you, you might have to kill him. But that type of
Damn.
scenario, yeah,
Yeah.
I know it's crazy, bro.
Just damn.
To kill you, gotta kill him. Yeah, bro, it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless you're waiting and you open your door and they're outside and you just like and just pacing back and forth. Yeah. Come on, come inside. Huh. Nah, but you just never
Yeah.
know what these fools are on. Remember Lionheart? Someone broke in his house. And he said he was having problems with them. So I'm just like, damn, not Lionheart, bro.
Oh yeah. I remember he was
Had
doing
some
a
tweaker.
podcast with somebody. And he thought someone walked in again. He had like his eyes went out crazy. I'm like, oh snap.
Supposedly he's having
Yeah.
problems with this tweaker guy. Like that's what he said. He's like, I was kind of having
Just
problems.
imagine like what if these guys are like on drugs? Like can't you get like contact high from these guys? Like if they're like taking
Yeah,
some crazy stuff, you know?
yeah. Imagine they
What if
got
you
like
try to go for a
fentanyl.
single leg and you're just like
It's a
you just
bag of
take it,
fentanyl or
like
something.
turns
Yeah.
into that GTA heist where the aliens start going on. Remember that?
Oh fuck.
It just
Yeah.
turns like what? What's
Or they
going
have
on?
needles in their pocket or some weird shit. Yeah, you never
Or
know.
this dude's face starts changing. The dude that you just start looking at him, this fool turns into Ilya Taporia or something. It's like what the hell?
Damn,
What's
bro.
going on?
Or you got to be like Strickland, with the guns. That fool came out
Or
wet.
John Jones,
John
John
Jones
Jones
with
with
the
a shotgun. Just, that was zooming. Yeah, I don't know. Self defense is it's an interesting kind of case you got going on, and it's like I don't know but with
especially
bars and stuff,
Cali,
if you learn how to
California, bro.
bro, they be
California
wilding.
laws. Yeah.
Yeah, California laws, they're crazy. You do the wrong thing. I remember I had a dream where I was like, I don't know what the hell was going on. Like this guy was trying to rob me with a gun. And then, I'm dreaming by the way. And I get the gun and he starts running away and I shoot him. I shoot him in the back.
Damn.
And then I'm like, no. I start like in the dream, I start, no, you can't shoot anybody in the back if they're fleeing. It's
Oh,
illegal.
that's right. That's right.
In the dream, I don't know. I don't even really know that, but like, I don't know. Dreams are weird. But I'm like, I knew instantly that I made a mistake shooting that dude in the back.
Fuck.
So I woke up, I'm like, just don't do that. So you guys out there, self defense, don't shoot anybody in the back because that's apparently that's the rules. You know, you gotta. Those are
That makes sense.
the laws. You know, so it's like you can't shoot him in the back, bro. So just
But
throwing
yeah, you're
that out.
talking
I
about
have to remember
bars and shit.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, bars,
yeah, Cali bars.
bars and stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, potentially, once it gets past like 12, a lot of drunk people. So you might bump into someone, or you might ask somebody's girl for like a cigarette or something. Like I seen it all. Like little fights happen, and
Mm,
I'm trying to be low key. I try to avoid the fights or anyone. Uh,
mhm.
but you know, it's better not to fight, right? It's better not to get down or be in these situations because even if, like you said, like I think I'm going for like a guillotine choke. Like I'm thinking about like if I'm grappling, I'll probably try to bring their head down and just guillotine them, or drag them down. Uh,
Mhm.
I think that's pretty good move. Or maybe a little
But do
judo
you go to like
sweep.
a arms? Do you go for like an arm bar? Because it's like they tap and then what? You go back to the feet or like what happens there?
I
You
think you
put
got to
someone
be
in
careful to
Kimura and
go
they're
to
like,
the
"Ah, let me
ground because
go,"
of the. Yeah, I'm
and
gonna
then
let him
it's like
go.
you let him go, and then he just
Then
what
they
if he
fight
just
you
spins
again.
on you? Yeah, they're like,
Ah,
it's
fuck.
like
Yeah, he just comes around.
it's just,
I guess you got. Are
I
you
don't
gonna stop?
know,
Are you
bro.
gonna stop? Yeah,
Oh, stop! I promise. And then it's just you just freaking. "Mwah!" It's like what? I don't even know. You gotta have someone break it up, security. But I think GSP said it
I,
best. Is like to stop most fights, you just give them a handshake and you go about your day.
hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
Or I'm fucking just sweeping him, and I'm busting like a Bruce Lee on him or something. I'm just like, whoa, and then I just run, bro. You know what I mean? Did he do that?
Yeah, I'm sure he used to do like when he jumps on him,
Just like,
you would like jump on him and just
yeah,
like ah.
yeah.
Yeah, you do that stuff.
Just do that, and then all the other homies will just won't want to fight. I wouldn't want to fight someone who did that. If somebody fucking hip tossed someone, or just did a crazy like, and then stomped on their chest and went, and then just looked at me, I'd be like, I'm going home, bro. I am not
Happens.
even like, you know what I mean? Why would you want any of that, bro?
I don't know.
That's
I don't
crazy,
know.
dog.
I feel like if I were to do that, bro, I'd be like, man, that was cool. And then if someone's like sends you the video, it's like, damn, that fool, you look crazy doing all that stuff. Like I thought I
That's all
looked
I
cool in
want,
my
dude. Is
head, bro.
one highlight. Yeah, I get one highlight in San
Just
Jose. I'll fucking be happy,
damn,
bro.
hell yeah.
That would be
But
like my profile picture, dog.
just change it on the
But
IG,
yeah,
your LinkedIn. But yeah, but with trading, bro.
LinkedIn.
With tra- but yeah, with
Fuck.
trading, it's been kind of like trying to figure that
Yeah.
out. Like if you're trying to get good at wrestling, like it's gonna take some time to actually work on that stuff and actually work on it. Like you get your
Yeah.
rounds in, you start standing, and it's like you have one
Yep.
takedown or they pull guard instantly. It's like you have to wait another 5 minutes to get into that standing position again. So I think I don't know. I've been having
Wow.
my brother
Yep.
come train with me, so we're kind of like working on things that like I normally wouldn't get in normal rounds. So hopefully, over time we can start working on those skills. I feel like that's important because it's
That's
like,
true.
yeah, it's hard to work on. Say if you want to get like just a takedown, you get a takedown, you start all the fights start on the feet, right? So it's like you gotta have
Yep.
something to do once the
You
match
do.
starts,
Yeah.
and it's like you want to feel confident in that area as well, not feel like oh I have to pull guard or have to do this, because then you're kind of limiting yourself from being on top or being in a situation where you could improve. Say if you want to improve on like half guard passing, you have to get on top to work on half guard passing. You can't just play on the bottom the whole time.
Yeah, we did this drill where it was like takedowns only, like 2 weeks ago in Nogi. It was
Okay.
cool,
Yeah.
and
Sick.
it was a lot of fun. It was fun actually with the white belts.
Yeah.
Those are the best ones that practice takedowns for me are the white belts because they don't really know how to sprawl, and like I can grab some of their legs and stuff. It was fun. It was fun. That was a good drill. Solid.
Sick. Good cardio too. Like you never like after a while you start doing the drills and it's like man you start getting a little gas. And it's like yeah the takedowns they take a lot of energy because you gotta run with them. You're trying to get the single leg. You gotta make sure you bring them down completely using everything. So I think
It's
it's
a
good
lot of
to
cardio.
work on all those things too. What are your thoughts on like leg locks and stuff, bro? I feel like leg locks are
Oh,
like a lot more popular and we see them more in competitions like every time.
I think it's like got to start learning them right away, dog. Because once you get to, I know, I know brown belt for sure. You can do leg locks. I don't know about purple,
Mhm. I think straight
but
ankle, like blue, you could do straight
you can
ankle.
do a straight ankle.
Hmm.
But the heel hooks and all that, yeah, man. I think
Yeah,
that's fucking cool. I mean, you you never know, and you might be in. I've seen, we saw some guy heel hooking somebody in the street. He had this guy's leg. I mean, there's a
I did see
video of
that.
that.
Hmm.
I just saw someone get soccer kicked, outside of a fucking club. So I'm like, I don't think you want to spend much time on the ground, especially in front of a club or even a bar, just because the friends could be there, and even if
Yeah,
you're winning, you can come and get soccer kicked. So I think I think, yeah, staying up is probably the way. I mean, just because there's so many people, and like, kind of like how Nate Diaz guillotined that guy in front of that fucking bar or whatever in New Orleans.
I don't
Like, he
remember that,
kind
bro.
of like, yeah, it was this guy who looked like Jake Paul or Logan Paul. It was like some guy who looked like him, and
Okay.
yeah, he did it right. I mean, he kind of like his back was to the wall, so no one come behind him, and he kind of just guillotined this guy, and the guy went out cold, and he just laid him on the ground and just walked away. I was like, damn, dude, that was some like ninja ass shit right there, dude.
That reminds me of
And it was
John
like,
Jones and Leon Machida, just like
that was it. Yeah, it was
what
some
the hitman.
it was some 007 shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I,
Yeah, I don't know. I
he
think
laid
I
him
think
down.
that's probably the best way if there's like a wall, just so no one comes behind, and it's like no one could like hit you in the back of the head or something. But the thing is, with like those situations, like there's so many things that could go wrong.
A
Like you got
lot.
a homie that has a knife, you got a homie that has a gun. Um, Fools just run you over with a car.
I
They
was gonna say
follow you
car.
home. Like bro, like
Yeah,
the weapons they just get bigger. Like they're just like jujitsu, MMA, knife, gun, tank.
gun, bat, pepper spray. How many
Yeah,
people have we seen get
pepper
pepper
spray.
sprayed? I don't want to be pepper sprayed. Even guys
Hell
have
no.
pepper spray now too. So you
Taser.
gotta watch out for that. Taser, arrested, drunk tank. Yeah, just keep the list goes on, bro. So it's just like it's hard. And then no one likes to fight fair. Got all these, two guys are fighting, just like let them fight. And then it's like the soccer kick thing. That was like so cowardly. I was just like, this is like the guy didn't even go out either. He stood up, but I was just like, come on, guys, the soccer kick.
Yeah, I don't know. Like there used to be like respect to go just run ones and just like best guy you with just the hands. Usually it didn't really go to the floor or anything, but it's just like nowadays it's like yeah, you don't want to even be in that type of situation, bro. But if you're in it, at least have some jujitsu. At least
Yeah, yeah.
because if you're going
I
in there
was.
and you're just like, oh, I just played UFC, like bro, you're
I just play UFC.
you're in for a rough one, bro. You're in for a rough one. So do
Yeah,
something.
I mean,
Hit
you
the
can always
bag
like,
and get a
yeah,
punching bag, some gloves, start throwing some combos,
something.
single legs, something. Something. You gotta do something.
Gotta
You
do
gotta do
something.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, dude, what else is
So
going on?
I mean, new year, bro. New year, same me. New year, new me. What's the vibes going into this next year, bro?
I feel like I feel like I already been doing the right things. I was hella
Okay.
healthy, um, pretty disciplined. I think just acquiring new skills, new tools. I think that's the way to go. Keep keep doing the science based stuff with nutrition and supplements,
Mhm.
recovery, and just learning some new jujitsu moves, learning more about social media, going to these 559 fights and interviewing fighters, learning how to do
Yep.
that professionally. Are we are you pulling up with the fucking suit? You got the fucking shirt that says like fucking be on the road podcast or like you know what I mean? Just
Good
like
question. Yeah,
what's gonna be your question? What's gonna be your style? You know, um, yeah, man. It's just like it's like character development. That's what I feel like next year. It's like
for sure.
you know what I mean? Yeah, the red Spider Man.
You remember your first character development where you kind of went into this like new version of yourself, like maybe where you were a little bit younger, like where you felt like things changed and it's like you haven't looked back since.
Damn, bro. I think yeah. I think once I had my kid, I was like, dude, now it's time. And then I got my phlebotomy license, and I was like,
Mhm.
coming like a medical professional. I think that's when I
Uh,
started cleaning up, bro. I was like, I gotta stop blazing. I gotta fucking get some more button up shirts. You know what I mean? I was like, I gotta chill out on the alcohol and be careful what I post on social media too. Like I used to post this like crazy stuff, and then
yeah.
I was like, yo, becoming a man out here. I gotta like level up.
Was it that day that your son was born? Because I feel like the emotions of that, just that event, it's got to be. insane. I was watching
Yeah,
Marty doing that ping pong movie, and that when he had a kid, I'm like, damn, that's gotta be crazy. Once you have your first kid, it's like, damn, that's like you and a small little, baby. It's kind of like party
yeah,
used right there.
yeah. I think that's kind of like what jump started me a bit. Just like, oh, I gotta get legit and just like
Yeah.
stay on the right path, show up to work on time, don't be calling out. And
Hmm.
then like, the second one came, and I was like, I gotta go back to school. I gotta lock in, and then like, I don't know. I was trying to be more mature, dude. I bought some like mature
Hmm.
clothes and shit.
Nice.
Got myself a suit. Got the fucking long jacket, couple turtlenecks. Like, I just like started to like be aware of like where I'm going, like how I should be dressing. Like, I'm
Mm.
going to like meet the teachers, or I'm going to like a meeting, or how I talk around people. Medical professionals. Like, I started like developing into a more professional, you know, as I moved from working at Target. I used to be wild at Target, dude, just talking shit to the managers, da 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 da. And then like I was like,
Uh,
okay, I can't bring this into the
to
medical
here, just
profession.
you.
Like, I can't talk
Yeah.
like that. Like, so like people that know me at work, I'm just like,
Hmm.
I joke with them, but I'm like hella professional. I'm like, some people might be like, oh, you're kind of serious here. I'm just like, dude, like we're dealing with people having brain surgery, so we can't just be like playing Little Wayne in here and shit. Like, so it's like, yeah, man, just like me developing into like a professional, and just and
Hmm.
not blaming everybody for all this everything, dog. I used to blame
Hmm.
everybody for shit, dude. But then like I was like, this is all me now. I can't blame nobody. I gotta be responsible for my actions, and then just responsibility, bro. Showing up to doctor's appointments, fucking,
The boring stuff too, that
boring
gets old,
shit.
but still being
Yeah,
like,
but yeah, man, just like, I'm always looking for that, like just different, like what character am I becoming? Like how's my character changing? What I'm wearing. I went into different character development. Grow out the hair, got the braids, and this is like this is different mentalities, dude. Like, hey, I'm gonna grow my
mm,
MRI man channel. I'm gonna open this. I'm gonna start. I'm trying to get these fucking views. I'm trying to do something that's so niche that everyone's saying it's not gonna work. But we
yeah.
I've had like 10 million views in a month. Shit go viral, making money. So it's just like, yeah, man, just like finding what's next, and like how to improve yourself in every little way, bro. Like, just like, you know, how can I just be a more humble person? How can I make someone's day? You know what I mean? Like, how can I get a little better at anything, dog? Just like, I think that's important, you know.
For sure.
You know, just like how people see you too. Like, you got to think about it. Sometimes you can't just not give a fuck about everything, but you know, sometimes the aura's too strong for people, bro. Like, you can't just be flexing on people. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be humble. Like, you can't go around like, oh, I got this going on. I just interviewed Brandon Moreno. Like, you start flexing on like your little cousins. They're gonna be like, this guy is fucking. Who does he think he is? Like, you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
some people just can't handle it, bro. But it's like, yo, I've been putting in the work. Like, you should be happy for me. And it's like people just
Mhm.
can't really process it, and like, so it's like, for me, yeah, man, being humble and at the same time grinding, making it. But you know, it's cool, man. Going into next year, dog. This character development, dog. This is part of the arc. You know what I mean? You lose everything.
Exactly.
You lose your girl, lose your job, whatever. Try to find a job, and it's like, how do you dig yourself out the hole, dog? You know what I mean? You're in the cave. You got Alfred
In
there.
the kid.
Like, what are you doing today? You know what I mean? You're like, fuck,
Yeah.
lost my girl. You're looking at
Damn.
old tapes on the fucking camera. You and your girl, you're just like, fuck. Batman, dude. Dark Knight. So you're in the cave, you're figuring it out. Gotham's upside down, the world's upside down. Boss girl.
They need you.
They
The
need you out
bat
there, man.
signals on. Yeah.
Bat signals
Back
on.
signals out.
You're like, what fit am I gonna wear? Same shit, dog. The same shit. All blacked out, new whip, fucking hitting the streets.
Do
And
you believe in like the manifestation? Like when you're like starting this brand, like you're like, this is what it's gonna feel like. Were you into that type of stuff too?
yeah, dude. I told you I was like making these little videos in my car on my break, and like someone would tell me like, "Hey, you can probably make money off this." I was like, "I don't know, man." Then you start thinking about it. It's like, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna make badges. I'm gonna make fucking shirts. I'm gonna do this and that." And you start writing
Mhm.
it down. I used to have like a board. I used to write the vision board. My aunt told
Yeah,
me to
yep.
make.
Yep, yep.
I wrote everything, and then all that shit started happening, and I was like, "Fuck!" And then it's just like, but then you got to keep adding more things, and that's where I kind of stopped. So I like, I got to come up with some more things. Keep fucking yeah. You got to have a vision, because then if you don't have a vision, like what are you doing, bro? Like
I feel like that
you're
was
just
I
waking
was
up.
stuck in that.
You're just waking
Yeah,
up. Like,
I was just stuck in that place where I didn't even really know what I wanted, you know?
yeah,
And I was kinda
that
just
part
like I was kinda
cruising.
just, like, floating around, cruising, and then I'm like, "Oh," like, sometimes you feel like life is just going and you're not even participating, and you're like, "What's
Yes,
going
yeah,
on?"
yeah.
And it's like, "Oh, I gotta do something." You gotta figure something out, and that's when I got introduced to I think it really started for me personally was podcasts. Like I love podcasts. Like I would drive Uber Eats for hours, just dropping
Same.
off orders, Instacart. I would have books. Like I listen to a bunch of like self improvement books, Think and Grow Rich. Trying to listen to David Goggins' book, Kobe Bryant's book, Bruce
Oh,
Lee's
yeah.
book. Like anybody like I found inspiration from, I would listen and I would just have that stuff like on repeat because I could be listening to music, but I'm like I gotta listen to books, a podcast, and I kept on hearing jujitsu. Lex Friedman Jiu-Jitsu, Joe Rogan Jiu-Jitsu, Mark Zuckerberg Jiu-Jitsu. Everybody's talking about Jiu-Jitsu. I'm like, what is this Jiu-Jitsu thing? And then, bro, like it's nonstop. Like that was something that I really found enjoyment in. And then every time that I go train, like I find that kind of like interest and curiosity because Jiu-Jitsu is really cool, but the people who train Jiu-Jitsu are a lot cooler. I feel like, in my opinion, like you get to meet some really cool interesting people training jujitsu. I'm not saying there's not bad people or
Mhm.
people who are like a little sus, but for the most part, there's a lot of open-minded, curious people that kind of share that common interest of like conspiracy theories or in you start thinking in different ways, and it's like, man, I really haven't met a group of people who kind of like do one thing. So I'm like, why not? Why not? Let's try it out. And yeah, I think it's important to have that vision board manifestation type thing because you have a goal, you could go work after it. Oh, I need to do this. I need to post 3 times a day on my Instagram. I need to post on my story at least once a day, something like that. And you start working on those habits, and then it builds up. And then after some time, you have something to look back and like, oh, I did a lot, and just keep on doing it.
Yeah, I think a little goes a long way. Like you said, through posts, dropping videos, and it just adds up, and it keeps stacking, and then more opportunities start to come, and there's going to be, just like anything, there's dips and highs to everything. Stuff. You'll see your reels that do really good, and then you'll be posting for like a couple weeks, and nothing's really popping, but you just gotta like keep going. Then it starts taking off, and I think that's like that for a lot of people, even like the big pages. Like all this stuff doesn't like the algorithm's so crazy, and it's like, but hey, man, I feel like there's a lot of opportunities online, and especially if you're doing stuff that you love, and you have a passion for, which is cool because if you can make that like a job one day, full time, all as well. It's like that's fucking cool. I think that's like kind of like the dream right there, doing a passion that you like to do. It's like I feel like the opportunities are there. It's just like who's really going after it. There isn't a
Exactly.
whole lot of people going after it. If you really look at it, like there's not a whole lot of people doing these interviews or wanting to start at the bottom, doing these interviews and building our way to the top, building a portfolio of things.
Because you're a white belt, no one
Yeah,
really wants. I think that's like I said earlier in the podcast. I didn't
yeah,
want to start because I didn't think I was gonna be good. You have to start some with sucking, and that
yeah.
no one wants to do that, bro. No one wants to like, I feel like that's what hindered me. Like even trying other sports when I was growing up. Like, oh, I just play basketball just because I played it so long. I was kind of decent at it. Like, who knows? I could be a ping pong guy or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
try it. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Did you even have that where you're like, oh, I knew I was gonna do this, or an MRI, or it was kind of just like I'm gonna try a bunch of different things and see what
I'm
sticks.
Yeah, that was me. I was like, I'm gonna try. I want to try as many things as I can. Like, I used to watch like this show. I think it was called Dirty Jobs. It was this guy
Oh yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's what I wanted to do. Like I would literally want to do his job, like where you just
That's
try
yeah.
different jobs. So I was like, well, I can't do all of those cool jobs, but I'm gonna do as many as I can.
Mhm.
And so I would just like wherever I could work, I would just go. Like I worked at it was like a daycare for like special needs adults. I worked with them for a while, and
Huh?
teaching them how to take the bus, and like how, some of them were gonna get a job and stuff, and I teach them how to do that. And I was like 16, and went to a grocery store, worked in the meat department, worked at UPS, I worked at Magic Mountain, I worked at a movie theater. I did plumbing for like almost a year. That one
Hey.
I almost kept that job, but then I was like, I feel like I can go to school, you know,
Mm,
and I
okay.
kind of just like with the phlebotomy thing. Um, it was like my ex-wife, she was going to school for like phlebotomy and medical assistant. I was just kind of there in school, and the guy was like, "Oh, what are you gonna do?" And I was like, I don't know. Like, why don't you sign up? And whatever, I signed up, and I just did it just cause I didn't want to get left behind. I don't want to seem like a bum ass fool. And I was like, we're learning about the how the body works and anatomy, and I was like, damn, this is kind of cool. Like this is interesting. Like the way, I always used to like um Bill Nye the Science Guy and like the Magic
Yep.
School Bus and shit.
All
I
the
used to like fucking love that show when I was a kid, like because they go
yeah.
inside the body and stuff.
Yep.
Like I thought that was dope, and I
Yeah.
was like, this is cool. I can do this. And then I was gonna do X-ray after, and then I ran into my homie's cousin was a MRI tech, and that fool kind of put me on.
Sick.
Said, "Oh, you gotta show up one Saturday for 6-7 hours, and the rest is online. 2 years." And I was like, "Fuck it," and I just did it. And I was like, "Oh, these pictures look pretty cool, and it seems like a respectable job." I'm still learning about all these different diseases and injuries, and because when you watch football, they're like, "Oh, he fucking tore his fucking ACL. He's getting
It's
an MRI." I was like, "Cool." Like, I still get to see like some of this stuff. I mean, it's unfortunate it happens, but
yeah,
it
I know what you
happens. We're just part of the process of getting them better. So that's how
yeah.
I see it. Someone's got to do it. And yeah, man, I just kind of fell into it. I never thought I thought I was gonna do. Uh, well, originally I wanted to do sound engineering, so I did that for stage crew. I did that. I thought I was gonna go to school for that. It was like this Hollywood school. I couldn't get the loan for it. It was like this crazy loan. I don't know. It was like crazy at the time, and I couldn't get co-signed. And then I was gonna do real estate, and I was studying for that. It was hella boring. The books, like I don't know. At the time, I was like, 19, 20. I was like, couldn't get
Uh,
into it. And
mhm.
then, yeah, those were the two main things. Like, I want to do sound engineering. Just working on, well, probably mostly like concerts, rap, and stuff like that. Or I think I could have did stage crew too. My teacher in high school was like, we used to build these sets like all crazy, bro.
Really?
And I don't know how I'm good at that shit. It's weird. Like I took like wood shop for like a year,
Uh-huh.
and then since wood shop, I can build anything, bro. Like I told you, I built all this
Still oh,
shit.
yeah, that's
I
right.
still can do it, bro. Like I can build benches. I can build anything, bro. Like it's weird. It's the weirdest thing. Like I don't know. I don't know why. Like I be cutting shit, measuring it, it just comes out perfect. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? Like I don't know why, bro. It's just weird. So
it's sick
my
though.
my
That's a good
teacher's like
skill to have.
mad. Yeah, my teacher was all mad. He's like, well, you should just be your career. And I was just like, I don't know. I was like, I want to be a pro skater. Like I would, or sound engineer or some shit.
Yeah, for me it was like
Dude,
basketball. Like I was like, I'm gonna go to college.
damn.
like I was just like just play basketball. Like I think that's every
Yeah,
kid's dream, right? Like you just
dude,
like
for real, man.
you just go. I'm gonna go to NFL. I'm gonna go to NBA, and then you're just like,
That would
oh
be sick.
yeah, that would be awesome. I think everybody kind of thinks that way, and then after maybe like middle school, high school, you're like,
I don't know.
I
Yeah.
don't know, man. I don't know. So you kind of have to like start moving around, start seeing which I that's something I wish I would have did, and that's what I'm doing now. Might as well like not venture off and try these other things that I always wanted to try, like YouTube or podcasting, stuff like that. And that's what we're doing, trying to work on those skills. And I feel like you just gotta go after it, right? Like if you didn't try, I feel like your interview skills are probably really good since you've probably done a bunch of jobs, bro. Like, do you have any tips out there for anybody trying to get an interview, trying to get a job? Like, do you have any interviewing tips?
Yeah. Well, they always ask the same questions usually. It's like, why do you want this job? Why should we choose you? Um, There's that, or they'll say like if you have a difficult situation with an employee, like what are you gonna do? Like they say that, and they say what do you bring to the team? Like why should we put you on the team?
Uh,
That, and then they say describe your how would you describe yourself? Like that type of thing. I think just being excited, like to be part of the interview, you know, you got to smile, you got to be like happy that you're there, excited to work for them. At the end of the day, they just want you to fall in line, follow their directions, that type of thing. And they're gonna give you, or they're gonna say, what times can you work? Just you, if, especially if it's your first job, just say
anytime.
anything, anytime. Like you know, once you start getting more experience, then you can kind of be like, well, I'm not working nights, but you might have to work some nights, bro. Like, or the weekends. Like I worked weekends for a long ass time, like for like at least a year,
Uh,
2 years, and yeah, just the handshake is key. The eye contact.
Ooh,
Um,
okay.
Got to wear something nice, dude. At least a button up. Got to have button up, tuck in the shirt, fucking notepad, nice haircut, and just like confident sitting up straight. Ask them a few questions. You know, you gotta have some. You gotta ask them something, bro. Like, you know, Oh, they might ask you like, oh, what do you know about the company? If you're like, oh, like yeah, you gotta know something about the company, dude. Like, cause they'll ask you that shit. Like, yeah, but yeah, that shit's crazy, dude. They'll be like, so how did you hear about us? What do you know about blah blah blah? And you're just like,
Did you ever improv and just like make something up on the spot? Like if you, or did you kind of do your research before you hopped in there?
yeah, I've definitely been in interviews where I just made up shit, bro, for sure. Like I made up stories because they'll tell you like what's like a difficult situation you're put in, how'd you get out of it, you know? So whenever you can tell a good story, they're gonna love that shit, dude. Like you got a story, or they'll say like, what is it, your pro, not your pros, but
What value can you bring or some stuff like that?
like what are you good at, or what's one thing that you're not good at, or something like that. They'll ask, and that's in different words though, you know. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like you got to be like, you're like, fuck, they're asking me what I'm not good at. Like, what are my
What
faults?
are my
Like, so
flaws?
what are my flaws? Yeah, and you're just, so you got to say some shit like,
So I ain't got
oh,
no.
overworking. Sometimes I overwork and do too much. I go over the, you know what I mean? You got to like flip it on them, dude. Like, you can't be like, oh, I show up late. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to be like, I
You go
overwork. I put
above
in.
and beyond.
Yeah, he's like, that's my problem. I go above and beyond, and sometimes I lose track of time, and I overwork and I overthink, and I'm a perfectionist, so I think that's one of my flaws. And they're like, oh, they see them like,
Write
yeah,
that
dude,
down. Write that down.
write that
Yeah,
down. Yeah, team
that's
player, that kind of bullshit,
okay. Okay, man. Yeah, because I feel like all those things, all those interviews you've done, kind of like those are skills you build up along the way. Kind of like maybe you needed 5 interviews to get good at the one you needed for MRI and stuff like that. Those are the things I think about all the time. So I try to take most things seriously and like put my effort in because you never know when you need it down the line. You work on a
Yeah,
takedown. Who knows if you're gonna use that takedown in competition? Sometimes it just like the opportunity presents itself and you have to be ready for whatever
fuck
comes
yeah,
next. Yeah, so it's like, yeah, do whatever you can, and I don't know. I'm very curious about those types of things too, because it's like, you know, we don't really. You go on YouTube and stuff, but I feel like it's better to kind of just talk to someone who kind of been around the ropes. You know what I mean?
yeah, for sure, man. I mean, and you're in like, what would you say you're in? Like, what is your profession? Your degree is marketing. Are you in
Uh,
marketing or business? You're a business
yeah,
guy.
yeah, business management
All right. So
degree.
you're in management, managing people, or you're talking to, big guys. You're talking to CEOs, you're talking to
Yeah,
managers,
like
talking to
networking
directors.
stuff like that.
Yeah. So yeah, man, just being a friendly face, smiling and just like, hey, I'm here for you, try to grow your business, like, that type of thing, and the confidence. And then they're going to want to see some kind of like little resume, or, things you do. And, so it's just like kind of hyping yourself up too. Um, I think goes a long way. But and then yeah, just experience too, putting the groundwork in. It's a lot of free work that has to be put in. I know like MRI. was like I didn't get paid for like a year. Doing 32 hours plus a week, which was sucks ass. And you got to have another job. The
Hey,
clinicals, yeah. So sometimes you got to go under someone's wing for free. And I mean, that's the kind of thing, you're trying to go for your passion or your dream. That's something you're gonna have to do. Like you
yeah.
might have to pull up to some of these events and for working for free, maybe free tickets, just like at work. When I was working for free, they were like, "Hey, we got a potluck. You can get a fucking taco.
I
You
get a
get free
free meal.
water bottles." Yeah, so it's like they didn't really give me anything,
Damn.
and that's just kind of how it is. And then they might hire you, and they might not. I didn't get hired at my clinical site.
Oh, really?
I got beat by another guy that didn't have a job, and he would stay there all fucking day from like 7 to like 9 at night or something. Like
And
he
without
didn't have
getting
a
paid.
job without
Jeez,
getting
bro.
paid. That's how dedicated he was, though. He wanted that shit. He went after it, dog. Fucking Fernando.
Damn, that's how you gotta be, bro. You gotta be
That's
like, freaking, I'm a live here. I'm gonna
yeah.
live in the gym.
He said he would go run and buy people food and shit. He was doing that fucking
Wow,
Diddy
bro,
shit,
man.
dog. He was out there like sending him to go buy cheesecake. That's old reference, bro. But that's making a band reference right there. That's old. But he's going to get these guys cheeseburgers, McDonald's, like whatever they need is like, yeah, I got you guys. I was like, that's what it takes to win. I mean, shit. I was like, dude, I have a job. And they're like, yeah, man, they think you're lazy. I was like, dude, I have a full-time job. Like
What?
this guy, like, what the fuck? So shit like that puts you a little bit ahead. Little
Right.
things like that, bro. Just little things. You know, you're working with the CEO, you're under him. Hey man, you need a coffee? You want a coffee? What you drink? How was your weekend, man? Like just like little things, dog. Like that shit goes a long way. Like I've noticed, making these connections, networking, and like, because these guys already made it. They're like, what value do you bring to me? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Oh, dude, I can fuck it. My remix, my videos. Oh, dude, da da da. Like, oh yeah, I got you, man. Like I see your page is like low numbers, dude. Like, so it's like that's how I see it. These guys that are up there, they if you want to be under their wing or we're trying to get tools, keys from them. It's like gotta meet them, have like, hey, this is what I can, becoming their
Exactly.
friends, dog. Showing up to these events where you can network, like these these events, like the UFC has an international fight week, that type of thing. It's like
I do want to
all
go
these
to one of
different,
those.
yeah.
Even
It's
IBJJ, have to have some cool, tons of people there.
that's huge networking right there. That's you're
Yeah.
making friends, you're getting contacts. It just depends on how you sell it to them. I think too. You gotta start thinking
Mhm.
about that. Like,
For sure.
how do I get this guy on my fucking my channel? Whether it be, hey, I offer you money, you know, views. Like, hey, you shared some of my videos, dog. They got like 100K views. Like, let's fucking do an interview. I can make more. Da da da. Like, just like eye for an eye. Like,
Yep.
so I think that's something to work on going in next year.
Mhm.
To get these bigger names. Get a Conor McGregor. I mean, because he's
Oh,
get an interview with that guy or John Jones or they're gonna be like, well, what do you do? And then some of these guys might see the stuff, we put it out, and they'll be like, oh, I like that shit. You made that shit, yeah. It's just
it's important.
but I think with more interviews, dog, showing up to the fights, the
Yeah.
more interviews, it just starts to stack up, and then when they start looking for guys, hey, who's doing the most interviews? Oh, this fool got like fucking 500 interviews. Like everybody knows you because you already went through the whole new generation. Because you want to skip and go to the top dogs, but sometimes it's like
You gotta put in the groundwork though.
you got to put in the groundwork. And then, hey, you interview this guy once, and then like in 5 years, he's the fucking champion, and you're like, hey, remember me? Oh yeah, we started at the same time. Like both our careers went up. So it's just like, I think that's where we get confused because like my brother got out of university, USC, and he's like, dude, I thought I was gonna be making like 100K a year. I was like, dude, you got no experience. He's like, yeah, but I have the credentials. I was like, you gotta prove that shit now. So it's like you put
That's
in all the
crazy.
work as a fighter, you gotta prove it. I don't care if you put in 20 years, you're gonna have to build a resume, and then I fool how to build the resume. So it's like it's a trip, dude. Like
Yeah,
it's the
dude.
same
Because
thing. Like just
yeah,
applying
it applies to most things. Talk about
most.
jujitsu and white
Yeah,
belts. You got the upper belts showing you a way to escape. Who knows? That could help. That could literally save your life. This guy's
yeah,
showing you, hey, you could do this right here in this position. And I don't know. It's weird where where you could kind of make those references. They could work in work life, relationships, like, you know, being a genuine person can help you along the way, because you'll meet some cool people along the way, you know, at work or at jiu-jitsu. Like, I met you at jiu-jitsu. We were talking about the other day. We're talking about like
Yeah.
starting a podcast, and it's like, bro, I want to talk about jiu-jitsu. I want to be able to talk about MMA. And you're like, bro, I'm down. I'm like, you know, I remember making it clear, like, hey man, this is not one of those things where I said I'm down and I'm not legit. I'm not for real. I want to let you know, like, I'm down. Like, this is not just something like, because you know those guys, you know, you hang out with, and like, bro, we start a business right now. We should
Yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
taking off, bro.
And
It's
then
just like, oh
nothing.
yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
This thing. I'm like, nah, bro. Like, I'm for real down. So I remember that, and you get to meet some cool people, bro. Really cool people.
Yeah. It's true, dude. The podcasting, like, I've definitely had like at least two other podcasts that just never fucking took off. We did like one episode, or and it's just like they saw how much work that was gonna have to go through it, and they're just like I was just like, hey man, it's a
Yeah, I told you
passion
we got
and a grind, bro.
got recognized. We did a podcast with Kai, and we're at CJI. He stopped me and my brother. I thought it was a security guard who got us in trouble because we brought in a camera,
Oh
and I thought
shit.
they were like, "Oh, you gotta go. You brought in a camera. You can't come in." But it's like, no, I saw you guys' Beyond the Road podcast with Kai. I guess he was like
Damn,
friends with Kai, and like, oh, that was like my bro's like, bro, that's your first time getting recognized. It's like,
that's
what?
amazing,
Like,
bro.
that's crazy. So it's like, yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. So that was a cool moment for sure. And it's like, if we didn't start the podcast, like, you know, those moments like that won't happen. Who knows? You know, especially if we start just keep staying consistent. Get a because IBJJF, like, you go to these tournaments, like, it's very niche at the end of the day. Like, there's a lot of people who compete, but the people who compete also watch the content on YouTube. So it's like, it's not crazy it's not a crazy idea. Like, once you go to these tournaments over and over, you start getting recognized and stuff like that. And you start asking these questions and interviews and stuff. So I think it's cool, and it's niche, and it's like not a lot of people know it. But if you do know it, it's really cool. You know.
Oh yeah, man. That's dope.
Yeah, so
What else we got,
hopefully
man?
down the line go more CJI, ADCC. I think ADCC is in Poland this year, so I don't know if we're gonna be able to swing that one. But there's a lot more events. You know, the IBJJF, gi no gi in Vegas. They got conventions, Jiu-Jitsu Con. You got Mighty Mouse competing. You got all these MMA fighters, and we're gonna go to these 559 fights. Talk to these fighters as well, getting a little taste of what it's like to be able to freaking fight for your life and what that's like, and trying to chase a dream that's like, you know, it's very competitive. It's a very competitive dream. So it's there's not a lot of things where like multiple people are chasing the dream, and you kind of like both of them meet in a cage and they kind of duke it out and see who wins. It's kind of like
Damn.
that's like old school, bro. It's like, it doesn't get more old school than that. So it's always like crazy to see or talk to those types of guys, because it takes a different type of mentality to kind of like go after that. Imagine like you and that dude in the who was doing that study with you. You're like, all right, you guys find the cage. Whoever wins gets the job. It's like, like
That's
that's the type of
crazy.
that's the type of stuff that they're doing. So, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like, damn,
Damn,
it's
bro.
a wild job interview.
Oh yeah, man.
So that's about it though, bro. Unless you
Yeah, I
got
guess so.
anything else. Let's
Not I guess real quick. Jake Paul. We didn't talk
oh
about
shit.
Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. The
Anthony
fight.
Joshua almost died this morning, bro. When this podcast came out, he was in a car accident. Two people passed away. So
Oh
rest in
my
peace to those
god.
guys, bro. I don't even
Yeah.
know if those are the people in the car or the people that they crashed into.
Jeez. Yeah.
But
R.I.P. He's
yeah,
still here.
imagine like that's it
Bad.
was no. You said you just woke up and you saw that. I saw that
Yeah,
too,
I
bro. I
just saw
saw
that
that
too.
too, bro.
Yeah. Fuck. Good. He's all right. But yeah, Jake Paul broke his
Yeah, he's doing
broke Jake
double
Paul's
legs.
jaw.
Yeah, I went on IG live, just
Yeah, I
recording the
saw that.
fight, just
Yeah.
like, just talking about it. I saw Jake Paul walk out, Hulk Hogan kind of fit,
Oh my god.
walking out
Yeah.
with 6'9". It's like, I don't even know what's going on at this point anymore. I couldn't predict this fight, and I thought it was gonna be rigged. Not gonna lie,
Same.
I'm like,
Yeah.
this is WWE, bro, and it could have been, could have not. It felt like Joshua kind of took it easy on Jake Paul for a few rounds. I feel like he could have just done that right away. But Jake Paul did his thing. He had some good power behind his punches, and the amount of like like him going to the ground though, Jake Paul like shooting like single legs and stuff like that. I feel like there should have been a penalty, a point deduction right away, just so it doesn't happen again because it kept on happening. But you're going against the best boxer in the world, so might as well just do everything you can, I guess.
Yeah,
So what do you think of the fight? Like as soon as it started, you're like,
it
oh
went. Yeah, it went the way I thought. I thought it was gonna end a lot earlier, but
yeah,
it's just crazy that he got his jaw broken like that. I was like,
yeah.
damn, bro, that's fucking your
I don't
jaw's
even know
not
if he'll be
gonna
able
be
to bounce back.
jaw's not gonna be the same. He's gonna look a little different, for sure. He's gonna kind of have that Kanye West kind of
Mm.
thing to it, but it's crazy. I mean, it's a lot of money though. Put your jaw on the line. I'd do the same thing. Fuck it, wire my jaw.
90, what
33
was it,
million
90
or
million or something
90.
crazy?
Fuck yeah, it's something crazy. So we keep buying into these fights. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, bro. It's gonna keep happening.
Tony Ferguson won
Everyone's
though.
gonna watch. Yeah,
Yeah,
Tony. Yeah,
he's
yeah.
undefeated.
I love to see him win, man.
Yeah, bro. I was hyped out of all the fights that happened that day or those 2 days. I think it was Saturday and Sunday. The Tony Ferguson was definitely the highlight for me, bro. I was
That
like,
was dope.
I
He's
was
got the
real hyped.
belt.
There was a couple times where he got rocked a little bit. I'm like, but nah, I was like, nah, Tony's got it. And he did. He almost put that fool out twice. Shout out to the other guy. He hung in there, but
Mhm.
I didn't really know what to expect, but Tony's undefeated, bro. Maybe give him Anthony Joshua. No,
Fuck. I don't know, dude. But Andrew Tate,
yeah,
man,
gassed
tough
out.
loss, huh?
I was a tough loss, bro.
Damn,
Lots of aura loss right there, bro. I was like,
that is,
I thought,
yeah.
he did kickboxing. He was a professional. He said he was a world champion. So I'm like, okay, he's gonna have the hands. He fought like 50 people on a rooftop, just putting. I don't know if he was knocking these dudes out, but I saw him. He was training with 50 people, just like sparring back to back. So I thought he was have that cardio. First 2 rounds, pretty good. It wasn't like I felt like Tony Ferguson did a lot better, way better in those first rounds than Andrew Tate did. But he just got tired, and the other dude was huge. That fool couldn't throw. Like his form was like crazy. Like he was like throwing from his ankles up top. These uppercuts are
Shit.
like crazy. But he got gassed out in the clinch, and it just got worse and worse over time, bro. And it was just like
Damn.
I was expecting this fool to just come out of the matrix and just wah, wah, wah. He just put this fool out, and that did not happen, bro. That did not happen.
Yeah. And then I mean, at least he tried, bro. I mean, like he said, he didn't have to do it. He came up on a bag. Whatever. I mean, it is. Yeah, you do lose aura though. Yeah, you do lose aura. I guess. I mean, because of the way he talks, right? I mean, the way he is, and but he got humbled for sure, huh? He came out
Yeah,
all hella humble. He was just like, yeah, this whole
you
thing,
got
like,
to, bro. You
yeah,
got to. It's just I don't know, like the things he was saying, like he was like no excuses, and he was like, "Oh, I'm almost 40 years old.
I'm
Oh,
40. Yeah,
yeah. Oh, he was 10 kilos more than me, and he's like, oh, I haven't fought in 10 years, and it's like I don't know, like he lost, like he just lost, like you don't have to say anything
he
afterwards.
probably
We
just
saw
say
it.
you lost, huh?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
say I
we
lost.
saw.
That's it. Just wrap it up.
You
You'll
got the
say
best of me. Yeah,
yeah. Just don't. I don't know. I feel like
I'm
that's
40.
not a good look.
Because
Yeah, just like I lost. I lost, and just
then
take
if he
that.
would have won, then what? He wouldn't have said anything. He would have been like,
Nah,
"That's
you
right,
probably
I'm
call
not."
out Jake Paul. That's what I do. This is what I do. And it's like,
Dude, I don't know if he wants to fight Jake Paul. I think Jake Paul might get him, bro. I don't know.
I think that still might happen. Jake Paul, broken jaw, Andrew Tate. Yeah, I feel like it would be good, but the celebrity boxing is just that's what it is.
Yeah, I can't believe we're talking about it, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it before. Every time, like we say
Yeah,
we're not gonna watch it, and it's like
I
you
was
see on the
watching it.
break. So gotta
Dude,
throw it on, and we threw it on, and
fuck it.
yeah, it was cool. I'd probably if you fight someone else, it's just gotta be a good name. You can't fight. I don't know. I don't know who he could fight, but it's gonna take a while for him to repair from that surgery for Jake Paul and then Andrew Tate. I don't know what. I don't even know if he's gonna retire again. He says he wants to fight him again, but I don't know. Maybe
I don't know.
I don't
We'll
know
see.
either. Yeah. So
But,
besides that, that's it. No prayers to Anthony Joshua and everybody affected over there. So yeah, that was kind of crazy news to hear. So
that's it.
that's it. So happy New Year, guys.
New Year.
2026. You're the horse. Make sure you guys stay locked in, train,
2-6.
get your technique right. Let's do it. Beyond the Road
So
podcast. You heard it here, bro.
you heard it here first. Stay black.
We out. Work on your interviews. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Black.
Let's get it.
Let's go.
Stay black.